Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we're going to have a look at a map that I originally wanted to review last week, but it ended up getting pushed back a week. There was just one too many maps to be able to do in that particular week, so still felt it was worth a look. It's a desert map, it's bleak, it's barren, it's a real life location, give it that. But before we get on and have a little look at it, I've just got one little chore for you to do. Yes, you know it. It's time for your daily reminder. That's right, hit the like button, really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. So thank you very much for your support. Today's map is Lake Havasu, Arizona by Travwin7. Now, I apologise if Havasu isn't the correct pronunciation, but it's what I'm going with. Your start square looks like that. We've just got that little link bit with the water going through, and there is motion in that ocean. There is your terrain heights, and again, lots of flat land right by the water, easy to build on. The resources, there's ore and a little bit of greenery going on, but it's a bit of a strange layout there. Off to the workshop, there's nothing to subscribe to. They are using the Sedona LUT, but there's no link to it, so I went and grabbed it myself anyway. So yes, there are two Sedona LUTs. I've gone with Ronix's one, and I've goofed with the LUT, I'm afraid. The LUT, when there's none prescribed, I normally go the realistic 1.2. On a hot map like this, I might switch to something like Hot Desert just for fun. I'm still using the realistic, Relight 2 Natural LUT. I previously recorded Monday's episode directly before today's one, and I've forgotten to change the LUT. So I do apologise, we're using a Relight 2 Natural, but it's a good LUT. It's just not the LUT that I would normally go with. I have to put these disclaimers in. Now, what to tell you about this? It's kind of what you expect. We've just got plain landscape, desert landscape, long desert roads going nowhere. Into the start square though, no intersection to start us off, but you can build one yourself surely. And somewhere over here on this island, which is also in the start square, we have got today's desert based asset. A desert one, no kidding. Because Narvik, within the Arctic Circle at the northern end of Norway, is indeed within the desert. No, it's not. It's a bit chilly up there. This is the Scandic Hotel Narvik by King Leno. Yes, we did King Leno yesterday. I know. But both of these assets were just too good not to review back to back. And I know this looks completely out of place to anybody from the Narvik area. I'm looking at you, Candida. Then, well, I've got to tell you, it's a great asset though, isn't it? Factoids, because factoids. James Bartley was swallowed by a whale in 1891 and stayed inside its stomach for 2 days. He survived and lived until 1926. That's a hell of a story. I remember when I was a boy, I got swallowed by... I wonder if his name was Jonah. No, it wasn't. It was James. Yes, Scandic Hotel Narvik by King Leno. More great work from King Leno, proving he knows more than just American commercial assets. Great work. Lovely. And back to the network on this Lake Havasu, Arizona. Right, so far the roads have looked pretty good, right? They're going to go downhill a little bit. It's kind of like they got bored. I think they got bored here. Okay, we're going elevated a bit. I kind of see why a little bit, but it's not pretty. It's quite ugly, and the roads themselves look like ugly as well. I'm all for getting the elevation going up there to get to the extra height, but it just doesn't look natural at all. Really not pretty, I'm afraid. We come up here, we've also got a little bit of terrain glitching here. Look at that. You can almost make out some blue mantle. Almost make out some blue mantle there. So that's, unfortunately, that is poor work. We go off towards the edge of the map. It is lumpy bumpy, this part of the terrain over here. Goes off the edge there. And then we've got the rail. I've just switched the fog off so you can see the rail go right to the corner of the map. Doesn't even leave the map by the highway, so we're using up more nodes and segments there. The rail is very lumpy bumpy at this end of the map as well, which is very easily fixed. But unfortunately, I would like to have seen it fixed actually within the map creation. It's not the world's biggest job, and it would just add so much more. It's kind of like this corner of the map was just a little bit too much for Travwin, and it's a shame because as they've chosen a really good part of the world. Yeah, where they say this would make a really interesting map, I agree. Absolutely 100% agree. I think you chose a good location. I think possibly either you just need to practice with your skills, or you need to just spend some more time. It's always about the time. You can't really rush a map. You may notice that there's not actually an awful lot of foliage on this map. Now, we've seen plenty of desert map, and most of them have quite a lot of foliage and still look like real desert maps. This one, it does have these shrubs dotted everywhere, and I'm all good with that. It just feels really dead, real empty void, and it just doesn't really sell itself to me. But all told, we've got everything for the playability. We've got the road, we've got the rail. The rail's getting a bit lumpy bumpy again along here, but I guess it's fine. We're going to be building in the middle of the map, surely. Alright, let's go and take a look at the intermission. We'll come back and have a look then at the shipping and the water, because there's got to be shipping. Flowscape is here, now creating beautiful scenes every single week on this channel. Isn't it beautiful? Want to know more? Of course you do. Click that information button now. Yes, Flowscape. It's such a great new game. Watch out for that one. Every Monday we'll be doing that 6 o'clock. Shipping routes. We've got all these dead-end shipping routes. There's no reason for all these little dead ends going on. Honestly, like this one here, just you don't even need it. The ships will find their own routes. That's well, it's covered every base, I guess. We've got shipping routes. There's no question. They're absolutely everywhere. Even there, right at the end there, in the fog. Water flow. Right, it all flows towards the middle of the map. We have edge of map water flow pushing in, and that's going to work. It's going to work. So long as water flow through the start square, which there is right there. That's the important thing. And then if we come up towards the edge of the map here, you can see the water's now coming back towards us, which shows that it's just edge of map water flow pushing in towards the middle. And then right at the edge of the map here, if we turn the fog off, we've got a lump. We got a bump. It's a persistent bump of water. It's in the fog. It's not to be seen. I just thought it was quite funny, so I thought I'd show it with the fog switched off. Not marking that down. There's plenty of other things to mark down. I'm not going to mark that down. The terrain is very rough, very unforgiving around the areas where you're not going to be building a city. It is for backdrop, of course, for just like the background. When you build your city, something to see in the distance, but it's just disinteresting and dull, I'm afraid. It's a little bit dull, and no foliage, zero foliage, when there's plenty of foliage in the desert, excluding like your huge sand dunes in the Sahara. There's foliage, shrubs, and just cactuses and mosses and lichen and things like that. It's all there, This river, I don't mind the river, actually. I don't mind that at all. In fact, the water, the rivers and the lake, I think it's definitely a big selling point for the map. What do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Don't forget, we'll be doing a best of 2019 as well, using your votes. So make sure you vote appropriately. Aesthetically, it's okay. It doesn't pop. It's not ugly. It doesn't pop. Doesn't get anywhere near a 4th star. I can give it a very solid 3, middly to solid 3, I guess. Detailing. There's not too much to sing about, and there are some problems. And because there's not too much to sing about, it starts off on a 3 and gets dropped to a 2 for the glitching. So 2 stars for detail. Gameplay potential, I think it's playable. I think it doesn't really sell itself to me, but I think it's playable. For that, there's no reason why I can't give it 3 stars. I can't see a reason to push it up to 4. It just doesn't have that oomph. Lake Havasu, Arizona by TravWin7. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a good template. If you want to take that map on and do glorious things with it, actually, you could have then it becomes 5 stars. But I can't mark maps on how upgradable they are. I'm marking maps on how they appear right there and then for building straight onto. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What Map series. Don't forget to check out Flowscape if you've not already had a little look at that. That is going to be a great series, a great aesthetic series. And yeah, it's coming up towards the weekend soon as well. Have you got any plans?